I'm with Jordan Pemberton at JLM Studios in Burslem. Jordan, thank you very much for having me.
No problem.
It's some place you've got here. I've just had a little tour around, and you're putting the finishing touches on the studios at the moment, and it looks incredible. I'm guessing you're pretty proud of it.
Yeah, the transformation has been pretty incredible with the help I've had from my old man. You wouldn't believe what he's done with a 200-year-old building that was being used for nothing when I got the lease. Yeah, it is just pretty incredible.
It's like you said, 200 odd old building. It's really modern inside. Like you would never guess it's 200 years old from when you come inside. It's all kitted out with. It's just like basically, mate. It just looks like you've gone and built a lad's pad and gone sound. This is gonna be a job for me for a bit.
That's exactly what I've done.
You've got a lad's pad. We'll just call it a studios, but it's a lad's pad. Let's talk about the studios. You've got a rehearsal room, we're sitting right next to it. How can people get involved with that? Is that open for hire at the moment, or?
Yeah. Well, the only bit of promotion that I'm doing at the minute is all done through Facebook. I am currently building a website, but that's going to be quite a while before I get that up and running. So mainly it's just Facebook, as a way of getting in touch. There's a number on there. There's prices for rehearsal space, tuition as well. People can book tuition for all different types of instruments. I've got quite a lot of people behind me who say that they're quite willing to teach people how to play all these different instruments. I mean, I can't teach people how to play drums with me not being a drummer, but I can do the guitar. But drums, sax, keyboards, I've got all those kind of people working with me who, if anyone was to get in touch and wanted a keyboard lesson, I could get in touch with one of my team and get them in and give them a lesson.
How key was that for you of creating this space, so that you wanted to teach as well as it's kind of nurturing as well and allowing bands to grow? How important was that for you to include that?
Well, I understand being self-taught, the process of learning an instrument can be pretty slow. But if you've got somebody with you who can teach you some different techniques rather than just learning offline or watching other musicians themselves do a video, it can be a lot easier. Speeding up the process and learning how to play an instrument. So I wanted to provide that facility for people to learn.
You're giving people an opportunity to come into the studios and have a look around. You've got a couple of open days lined up. When are they, and how can people kind of come down for the open day?
Well, they're taking place next week. It's like a 3-day open event starting on Thursday the 27th, running till the 29th. Which will be the Saturday, which is the end night that people can come and visit the studio. But anyone who does wish to come along, visit the Facebook page, JLM Studios, see which day suits you, or whatever's best for you. And basically put a post on if you do wish to come along and visit the studio, so I've got a good understanding of who's going to be visiting, and then I can make sure there's enough space in the facility for people come and have a good look round. Really,
I'm hoping during your open event you've got kind of your waitress, which has just bought us cakes and tea for yourself. Your dad, who's done most of the work and building it here, is he going to be milling around during that event?
Yeah, I imagine so. Well, I'll need all the people I can get for help me guide people around the studio, show them what the studio has to offer. I imagine people would be really interested in seeing the recording studio that's currently being built upstairs at the minute. That's where I'm hoping a lot of interest takes place. Because as some people would know, I have just finished my degree at Derby University with a 2-1, and that was mainly in music production and performing. So I do have... I don't want to sound too confident when I say this, but I do have the skills and I understand a lot of how the modern production is done through music studios. So
and you want to kind of put that into, and you want to work with local bands and local artists and anyone really who wants anything recorded. You want to use your experience,
especially new up and coming bands who I understand haven't got a lot of money to play around with these days, as gigs are a lot harder to get. So yeah, I'm doing it on a pretty good budget and an affordable budget, if you like. I mean, my price that I come up with at the minute for a band, just as a starting point, is £100 a day, which is considerably cheap. As I have done some homework and seen that the average studio does want £300 a day for a record, which is pretty out of budget for most up-and-coming bands, as they won't have that kind of money to play around with.
So that's the key for you then, is to work with the up-and-coming and work with people who wouldn't necessarily get the chance to work in a professional recording studio, which is what it's going to be here.
Exactly, yeah. So
you've got events which you were already kind of sponsoring and involved with. They're coming up soon. Do you want to tell us more about that?
Well, Music on the Moor, that is coming up on Saturday, this Saturday actually. I'll be providing all the equipment for all the bands that will be performing there on the day. That starts at 3 o'clock and runs until, I think it's about 9 p.m. And then there's a big after party going on. But bands such as Adrenalize will be playing there. They're the headlining act, actually. Ignition, a rockabilly band, who tell me that this is their first gig ever since they put the line-up together. There's a few more I can't remember off the top of my head, but
it's online. It's online. You can view it online for.
It's all on JLM Studios page. If anyone does want to visit it, they can see everything that's going on. All new up and coming events. It'll all be on there.
And is that how people get in touch with you regarding the studios and also the rehearsal spaces, to find you on Facebook at the moment?
It's all done through Facebook. Like I say, my number's on there. You can get in touch with me through mobile, like I say. But mainly, it's just all Facebook at the minute until I get my website all set up.
So go ahead and do that if you want to get involved with a rehearsal space for your band or just for yourself. Also, possible recording opportunities as well with Jordan when the studio upstairs is built. It really is a fantastic facility you've got here, mate. Best of luck with it. And don't forget to go over to Facebook. Just search JLM Studios to find Jordan and ask any questions that you've got. Direct them to him. Jordan, thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.